What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Morning Brew podcast. How many of you guys have found yourself in a situation that was super awkward and you had no idea what you were gonna do next? If you answered yes, that's the correct answer, and today that is all we are doing. We are diving into the most embarrassing would you rather questions, as well as some pretty chaotic what would you do type scenarios. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and without further ado, here are the Unhinged would you rather questions with Maleli. So, we're here to break down some unhinged would you rather and what would you do scenarios.
Gotta get to the bottom of this.
They're so stupid, and there's kind of a theme for mine on accident because it's the only stuff I could think of. The theme for mine is you're on a date.
Okay.
That's the running theme.
Big fan.
Okay. Should we just jump right in? Are you ready?
I think we can. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So, Maleli.
Yeah.
Jack and Coke is a well-known drink.
Yes.
You're on a first date with someone at a bar.
Okay.
And they order Jack and Pepsi. Do you leave?
I don't leave. I immediately ask where they're from. Because that's like Jack and Pepsi, that means they had to have never really come into contact with Jack and Coke. Right? For that to have been a normal thing.
I don't know. Is it they just prefer Jack and Pepsi over Jack and Coke? Does that make a difference in the scenario to you if they haven't had Coke versus they're choosing Pepsi over Coke? Does that change?
It does. And I honestly think I leave, not because Pepsi's bad or anything, but just because working in the service industry, if you're somebody who goes up and orders a Jack and Pepsi, I'm like, bro, get over yourself. It seems a little bit pretentious, you know?
Okay. This is a question that came up because someone that I know of just says Jack and Diet, and my friend was like, bro, what if it's Diet Pepsi, though? That's weird, right?
Yeah. That would be weird.
It does in fact make a difference. I feel like you can judge someone by their choice of beverage, whether it's a bevy or a coffee. Sometimes someone orders something and you just no. That's fucking weird.
Me and my coworkers, we talk about that. Because I work in a restaurant, and we will say no to people if we think that what they're getting sounds bad. We'll be like, I'm not putting that in.
Are you sure?
Don't want that. We will legitimately say that to them.
What is the weirdest drink order that you've encountered?
Oh my god. Okay. There's a lot of people who like no ice. But ice is an important part of drinks.
Yeah, you heathen.
When you're making it. It's not just about how much actual drink you get. It's about the quality of, are you getting crushed ice in a Moscow Mule or a
yeah.
In the old fashioned world, a lot of people at my restaurant, they order with no ice. And it was weird. It was grapefruit and Cabernet Sauvignon, and I can't remember if it's gin or tequila. But it doesn't matter which one it is, because it's not good either way. And it took 5 minutes of me talking to the bartender to get it made, because I was what the hell am I supposed to do? I was I don't know, man.
Right.
That's a great. What? It's not gonna be good, and I'm like, it's what they want. And then I dropped it off of them, and then I checked back in later, and I was like, you doing good? They're the drink's great. I was like,
oh, that's an opinion.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I used to work at Starbucks. And so we got also the occasional weird order. Some of these are heinous, right? Because I'm sure you've seen the TikTok orders that are 20 ingredients long.
Yeah.
I received an order once that was simply 2 ingredients, but it scarred me for life. This lady walks in, and she's like, in a venti cup, can I get 30 pumps of white mocha sauce and 30 shots of espresso? And I was like, what? she repeats it, and I'm like, okay, I've been in this job a while now. I know enough that if you add ice and milk and separate it, right, like it makes like a Thai iced coffee. So
Uh-huh.
I'm like, surely she is taking this to her 10 children and is dispersing this with her
Right.
own milk to save
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
Surely. But I pump these 30 pumps of white mocha and I shoot these 30 shots of espresso in a venti cup and I give it to her and I'm like, here you go. This is like a $40 drink, by the way, because it's an extra dollar per shot.
Per shot.
Just
Wow.
FYI. And an extra 50 cents per each pump of sauce. So this is
My
an
lord.
expensive drink. I give it to her and she's like, do you have a straw? I'm like, no. No, you're not. And she sticks the straw in and just walks out like, I was like, no way.
No, bro.
I'm like, I
Ow.
think that's actually illegal. I think you're gonna have cardiac arrest, to be honest.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That's a lot of things.
I think you could have a heart attack. Like, that's a lot of caffeine, girl. 30 shots.
30 shots. What is there, like 80 to like 120 per shot?
I
Milligrams of
probably,
caffeine, I think.
I get jittery off like the 3 shots. So I'm like, ooh.
I get jittery off decaf. I like, don't even like I had some coffee yesterday and I was wired. I was wired.
Dude, this would put us in the ground.
You know what? Some fights are better left to God's greatest soldiers.
I believe that for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, would you rather? This is one of
Yes. Okay.
mine. So you go into your plug,
Okay.
right? And you're like, "Hey man," I mean, you're sending in your order essentially.
Yeah.
Text. Would you rather mistext your boss or your parents?
My parents.
Your parents? That was pretty quick. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, cuz they're pretty my parents are pretty chill.
Uh-huh.
And I think while they would in fact judge me and be like, "What the hell are you doing?" I don't think they would like be that mad about it.
Fair. Fair. Okay, twist on the question.
Okay.
Would you rather send a like very flirty you up style text and missend it to your boss or your parents?
Oh shit. Both my parents, like a group text with both of them, or like one or the other? Because I tell my mom everything, I tell my dad nothing.
Okay, what is the gender of your boss?
A woman.
Okay, so mom.
Okay, for sure my mom. But
Okay.
she would probably call me immediately and be like, "What the fuck?" And she has the Find My app and she uses it way too much. She
Oh
abuses
yeah.
that power. She'd be like, "Where are you? I'm checking Find My right now. Whose house are you at?"
That's good. Yeah, I think for me, I would rather send the drugs probably to my boss, cause low key, I think that could fly under the radar on her screen. Like she might
She'd be
just
like,
get
"Are you sharing?"
yeah, yeah. She might be a little bit more like I don't know what this is, but okay, kind of thing. Meanwhile, my mom like she might take it out of proportion, right? She might because
Okay.
for me it's just like I'm upping on a supply of something. Yes. But with my mom, she'd be like, "Are you okay? Are you depressed? You know, kids these days they're using all this weed to self-medicate and stuff like that."
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
And I don't want to deal with that. It's like there's no real consequence either way, I think. But it's just I don't want to deal. One of them, it's kind of a one and done scenario that I feel like would immediately be understood as like a flip.
That's fair. Okay.
You know, and the other one, it like might bring in some more heat on me, I guess. But in
Okay.
like an emotional standpoint, not like a real consequential standpoint.
No, that's fair.
I don't
Okay.
wanna flirt with mom, you know.
All right. And a
Um,
flirty text?
I think I'd rather send that to my mom. I think I'd rather say that to my mom. I'm not. I don't want to open doors that I cannot close.
Okay. No, that's fair. Okay.
I would. I have a friend right now. He's dealing with a situation where he's working with a company, and the company's a huge fan of him, but his point of contact is also like in love with him.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very messy, very dramatic. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for the tea every time it comes up.
Oh my gosh.
But it's that kind of scenario, where I would be like, ooh, that would be tough if I missent that text to the wrong person, and then they
No,
responded
that's
in a certain way, right?
true, because I didn't even think about that. They might think it's for them, whereas my parents would never assume that was for them.
Right,
Okay.
right.
No, that's
Yeah,
valid.
yeah, yeah. So that's, I think, that's where my mind goes on that.
Okay, no, that's a smart option. Okay. So, in line with work, then, imagine this.
Okay.
You're on a business call, like of
Mhm.
some kind. It's a Zoom call, very important. But you forget to mute yourself as you very vocally rip ass. And the person who is speaking literally stops and goes, "Did someone just fart? Do you own it or not?"
Yeah, yeah. Just because that's the person I am. That's a me thing. It would be a story. Everyone in that, hopefully, unless I was new at if I was new at the job, it would be a cementing story for me and who I am. But if everyone knew me and I ripped ass, if someone asked who farted, I would say me, and everyone would be like, okay, yeah.
You
You know?
in Zoom, you do the like raise hand emoji.
Who farted? 2 seconds later, the raise hand.
Oh, I see in the chat. It was Maleli.
I feel like there's a niche of like there's got to be some niche of like Zoom skits, like still doing things as if it was on Zoom. Although I don't know,
Yeah.
people work remote now. Maybe I'm just out of touch with the people and don't know how much Zoom has actually stuck around.
Oh my god. I don't know. I don't know if I could like ever recover from that, but at the same time, I think it's the kind of thing where like everybody would know and then they would also know that you're like lying. So if I'm like, "Nah, that was someone else." Like they'd be like, "We saw you." Like
But then you could turn it into a joke,
oh,
right?
that
Towards
was
like,
my
no, this
cat.
person, and people were like, they saw it. It's like, no, it's Adrian. And she's like, what? No, it's you. And I'm like, no, it was you, dude. He who smelt it dealt it. I'm not the one who smelled it. You were the first one, and then just start
Like
like
this is a
gaslighting.
Zoom call.
I can't smell you.
Oh my god.
I like the idea of gaslighting entire rooms of people, but it's fine. We can do that.
Gas lighting?
Ah, ah,
Nice.
ah, got it. Okay, this one, it comes from like one of the worst dreams I ever had. Like
Oh
straight up.
boy. Okay.
What would you do
Uh-oh.
if you woke up and it turns out you and your first crush had been together for the last 3 years?
And like I was in like a coma or something or what?
Like you wake up and the world you know as your world was a dream.
Oh, okay.
And now you're in that world, but you don't know them at all,
Ooh.
right?
And it's
They're just this
first
person,
crush,
and they're
not current crush. Ooh.
right, and they're very much,
Hmm.
they're acting like somebody who would be 3 years into a relationship
Oh,
with you.
that would make me so scared.
It's serious, right? And so you're just thrown into this.
Me with commitment issues like, "Oh fuck."
I've done this for how long?
Is this first like celebrity crush or first like in person I know
Let's
them
do
crush?
celebrity crush.
Joe Jonas, once divorced.
Been with you for the last 3 years. You wake up.
Actually, it wasn't even Joe Jonas. Oh my god, it was Nat Wolff from the Naked Brothers band.
Oh my god! Of course. I met him once.
Really?
Yeah, at a bar in New York.
Is he cool enough that I would enjoy being married to him for the last 3 years?
I think so. He's pretty chill. I mean, I only talked to him, and I didn't even realize someone told me afterwards who he was. Like, I was like, bro, what?
Oh my god.
But yeah,
I
he was chill.
think I don't know, because 3 years is a long time. Like, if I'm like waking up and he's like, "Hey, wife," or something, I'd be like, "Whoa, how did you get in here?"
So yeah, so you wake up and he's like, "Hey, babe," and he gives you a kiss on the lips.
Honestly, like genuine reaction, I think I would punch him in the face.
Even if it's Joe, even if you like knew from instantly it was Joe Jonas.
Like, but so I wake up and I know this is my, like, we've been together for 3 years, or I have to figure that out?
You know you've been together for 3
Okay,
years.
okay.
But you don't have any memory of the last 3 years. You just have
Okay,
that
I think
you've been married. You've been with the Joe Jonas for the last 3 years.
it would definitely be something where, like, I'd go throughout the day, and it would just be, like, monumentally awkward, and then every now and then I'll stop what I'm doing and be like, tell me what happened on this day in 2021. And, like, trying to gather information until I feel, like, comfortable enough to approach.
The subject. So how do you think you would act towards him? Would you be like cold? Would you like try to keep a facade? Would you be honest with him and be like, I don't remember any of the last 3 years?
I think I'd be honest because I have no filter, and I think I'd be like, I'm so confused.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl. But I I don't think I'd be mean.
Uh-huh.
And I still think that I think that I think he's still cool. So, I mean, I'd be like, yeah, let's hang out, but also like, what is this?
Well, he thinks it's a very serious relationship for 3 years. If you're on the stage and hang out, what is this? He's like, we've gone past that.
Oh man, what would you do?
First celebrity crush first. I think it was, the live action Scooby-Doo movies?
Yeah.
That Velma?
Yeah.
The actress's name? Liz, I think?
I forget her
something.
name, but I know
Yeah.
it's also Hawkeye's wife.
Yes. Hawkeye's wife. So Hawkeye's wife.
Okay.
At first it would be weird. I'd be like, ayo, what? And I think I would honestly give it my best shot in terms of like trying to make it seem natural, seem regular, seem like this is a regular thing that we've been doing. Kind of like figure out the context clues and like the ways in it.
Okay.
And try to like see how much of a facade I could put up while I like get my bearings and figure out what's going on, because I'm going to track down whatever wizard cast a spell. There's a larger narrative.
Right.
Before, right. There's another young adult coming of age novel kind of rom-com type beat. And I think that end of the day overall, I probably just end up with the person because if they're chill and we like get along, I'd be like, yeah, this is actually a great little meet cute.
Well, clearly we've made it 3 years, so something must be going right in theory. We just don't remember.
Right. Yeah. And so I would be like, I feel like I could easily see myself just kind of flipping that switch and being like, okay, let's figure out what this is and what's going on here. Who is this person even? That kind of thing. I think the hardest part for me would be to tell them that I don't remember who they are. Because I could easily see myself, like I said, keeping up appearances, hitting that uncanny valley of like, ooh, I should tell them now before I'm in too deep, and then not telling them and getting in way too deep.
Okay.
Because then it's like
valid.
5 years total, and then I'm like, hey, 2 years ago, I completely lost all memory of 3, right? Because isn't that horrible too?
Yeah.
Right? So it's it's messy.
Bro, because imagine she gets all sad though and is like, so you don't remember our anniversary in Morocco? Like.
Okay, flip on it. What would you do if the person you were dating for the last 3 years woke up and had no memory of the last 3 years with you?
I'd be so sad.
I would also be devastated. I would be horrified. I would need some time alone.
I'd be like, can you give me a minute? I need to call my therapist.
Yeah. Give you a second. I don't know if I'm emotionally capable of this. All right, you got one?
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have to rewatch a compilation video of all of your life's most embarrassing moments, like only the peak of embarrassing interactions, or host a dinner party for all of your exes at once?
I don't know which one sounds more fun. Those both sound like incredibly entertaining nights.
Right?
With all of... I'm not saying about this if there's at all. It's just imagine, even if it's a small table, still imagining everyone at the table. It's like...
Mine's like a table for max 4, like, including
I was about to say,
myself.
I was thinking of 4 on there.
But that's almost like I don't
Even
want
then
to
it's
say worse,
stretching.
but like that's still that's like more for them to talk about rather than like a long ass table of like 20 people, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So it's the dinner party or the compilation video. I would laugh the compilation video.
The compilation video would be funny, but I'm
I
like, oh, to have to watch back myself being cringe.
Now, is it stuff that is like universally regarded as cringe or that I view as cringe?
Stuff that you view as cringe. Like you're watching
Which
back a video of you like interacting with someone and they said like, "Hey, how are you?" and you said, "I'm 17." Like shit like that. You're like, "Why did I say that?"
So when I was in Fiji, I was in this village called Kamba, and they were like, "Do you know Fijian?" And I said no, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna teach you Fijian." They're like, "We're just gonna talk to you in Fijian, and you'll pick up." And so about like 10, 15 minutes later, the guy makes direct eye contact with me,
Okay.
says a sentence, and I get him. He's asking me how old I am. No, he's not asking me how old I am. He's asking me when I went to Levuka, which is another island in Fiji.
Okay.
And I said Tuesday. He was actually asking how old I was. And I said
Ah.
Tuesday. You know, I think both of them are therapeutic in their own ways, right?
I think
Like,
so.
there's a catharsis to each. I think from where I am in my life right now, honestly, I think I would take the X's.
I think my exes would fist fight each other, so I'm like, honestly, place your bets, put them in the ring.
I feel like, and this is such a shitty male thing to say, I feel that they wouldn't have that bad things to say about me. And it
I
would
don't,
kind
yeah,
of
I don't,
circle
I hope they
into,
wouldn't
like,
shit
kind of a,
talk.
like, yeah. Yeah. I don't think they would shit talk me. I'd be interested to hear what they have to say, though. And I think I would steer the conversation in my direction, because it's like, that's why they're all there.
You'd be like, hey, talk about me.
Yeah. Or like, just be like, hey, remember that time? And, like, oh god, could you imagine, like, bringing up that, like, though, you know those memories that are really fond, but that you look back on and break your heart a bit? So they're
Yeah.
really special. Imagine bringing up those with each of them.
Ooh.
Because then you not only does it, like, kind of hurt, but, like, you're with the other person, but then everyone else who you also have shared a moment with is also having that. You know? And then they're seeing other people have it, too.
Yeah.
And I think that would be spicy. I think that could make for great television.
And you're also hosting the dinner party, so, like, you have to be polite.
Yeah, but in, like, a Pride and Prejudice type way, right?
That's true, that's true. You could be, like, kind of snarky under the
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, and they have to be polite back.
They should.
Theoretically.
Theoretically, they should.
I could also just not be polite. And then everyone's free to not be polite.
It's just like the diner where people are mean to you.
Yeah, exactly. And you think you would go with X's because you think they would all fist fight?
I think they would fist fight, to be honest. That, and I do enough editing of the podcast where I cringe that I'm like, I can't put together a whole compilation. That would be,
Another thing.
it would be way too much.
Can't do something else.
It would be like 5 hours long.
Okay, so your X's are all in, like, a cage match.
Okay.
Who do you put your money on as getting out
A
of it?
good question. Unfortunately, the first one, because I think he would cheat. I think he would play dirty. And also, for sheer size comparison alone, I think he's got the better odds of walking away from it.
Fair enough, yeah. Just the size. The size difference, just be like, I've been with a lot of different shapes and sizes of people, but that guy.
That guy,
That guy
taller
would be
than most.
How tall was he?
Not that tall, but like, you know, taller than me, so I consider it tall.
I don't
Like-
see height.
Like 5'11", 6 foot. He said he
Okay.
was 6 foot, but I'm like, okay, so like 5'10".
The dangers of being exactly 6 foot. No one believes you.
Yeah, right.
I got like low-key gaslit into being 6'2". Because I kept on saying I was
Really?
6'1". People were like, no, you're taller. Like, other 6'1" people would say that to me, too. And I started saying 6'2", and nobody fought me on it. I was like, yeah, I guess
Oh,
I'm 6'2".
okay.
Yeah.
No, take that win, cause I'll say I'm 5'5", and people are like, "Nah, you're 5'4", and I'm like,
Yeah.
a doctor once told me I was 5'5".
But sure, you know more than a medical degree.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Okay. All right. Would you rather have a partner who's amazing in bed, like the physical chemistry, like a once in a life, not even once in a lifetime, like once in a generation experience.
Okay.
But they're horrible at communicating.
Oh boy.
Or somebody who's like the best partner ever. Period. Full stop. Like again, once in a generation. But they just don't do it for you, sex-wise.
You know, I'll be so honest. I'd go for the good partner, but bad in bed. And I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
Because I feel like I'm not the kind of person that, like, is constantly, like, horny or thinking about sex. Like, that does not occur that often for me. And when it does, I'm like, listen, vibrators exist. Like, I can keep a secret if they don't want to know about it, but, like, listen, I can get my satisfaction elsewhere. But it's not often you find a person who's, like, good and treats you with respect, and that's a shitty, like, low standard, but, like,
that's weird. I'm like, that's sad.
Isn't it so sad? We've had this conversation before, but the standard is so fucking low.
I'm writing a musical about that right now.
Does it include the 2 golden rules that I told you, that if you're polite and can make a girl come, you're basically a god?
Yeah.
God amongst men.
Yeah. I told that to my other men friends.
Good.
I'm like, guys, I've got the dirt. I've got the scoop.
From a real girl.
Yes, secret intel from across the pond.
Dude, I'm being so for real. It's actually sad.
Oh, God. It just makes me think of all the other men. How are you doing it? How are you doing it? You're not those 2 things, and yet you're still doing it.
It's because the self-esteem is so low that we go for the trash guys, because we're like, yes, this is what we deserve. We're like, the other ones are too good for us.
Think bigger. Think bigger. I just want more for you. I had a friend say that to me, and I was like, can you say that to me every day?
That's such a mood. I reviewed 2 of my guy friends' dating profiles recently because they asked me to, and I was like, this is like a backhanded compliment. I'm like, in the nicest way possible, dude. Your profile is doing you such an injustice. Like, you're so much cooler than you made it look on paper.
Do you want to do mine?
Yes.
Okay. I only have it's my only thing right now. I've had 1 like in the last, like, 2 months.
That's it?
Yeah. And, like, yeah.
Nah, because I think you should be getting way more than that.
Me too, thank you. Share this with you. Should I just put it up to the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please hold while we review the dating profile.
Okay, who gave the last one? Do you remember?
No. Oh, no.
I think I did. It was the bed. We were in the middle of that.
Okay.
Finding a partner is hard to talk. Is hard to.
Oh, yeah. No, I would pick a good partner who's bad in bed.
Yeah, I think it's tough. It's tough. Mainly because is it bad, but with a person who's bad at communication, is it bad that I'm like, I can fix them?
But Daddy, I love him.
Is my toxic trait thinking that, like, I can make people communicate with me or can adjust myself to communicate with other people?
I don't think that's bad. I think I'm like too impatient though with people that can't communicate. It makes me so frustrated. And so I think based on my intolerance of that, and then the fact that I just want a nice person, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lean that way. However, it would be nice to be with someone who's good in bed. Like, I would like to experience that before I'm 30, thank you.
Yeah, I think I would take the amazing in bed, terrible at communication, because that just sounds like someone I should be with in my 20s.
No, that's valid. That's valid.
Right?
Yeah. That's what the 20s are for. You know?
Right. Yeah. Figuring out what you want and what you don't want, and what you can handle and what you can't handle.
Yeah.
I think I would take the gamble. I think I would take the gamble, because I would feel better about, like, having somebody... I feel like if someone would be a lot more open to feedback on their communication than they would be with their feedback on, like, sex.
No, that's fair.
You know?
I'm not even gonna give feedback. I'm gonna just be like, wow, that was something.
Not gonna give me notes? I'm a theater kid. I need it.
I
need the post-show breakdown.
Bro, who was I talking to that I was just saying, like, having sex with someone that doesn't know what they're doing is like telling a mover, like, where to put your couch. You know, you're like, a little to the left. Oh, no, a little more to the right. Can you hold it there for a minute? Oh, right there. You can stop.
Put it down there.
There you go.
All right, your turn.
Okay. You're on a third date with someone. Okay. And you're at their house.
Mm-hmm.
You take a massive dump in their toilet and it does not flush.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
Toilet knife. Is there a toilet knife?
I don't know what that is.
It's
like
a knife
plunger?
that some families keep nearby to, like, cut up the poo.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know. I heard about it in a skit when I was, like, 12. That's my first. That's the first thing I look for is toilet knife, because that would get me out of the situation lickety split.
I'm going to say no to this toilet knife that I'm going to circle back to later, because I have questions. Let's say you've tried, like you've tried the tricks. You've tried, like, the hot water. You've tried, like, a plunger. It's just, like, it is not going anywhere.
Okay.
So you can either, like, you know, jump out the window. You can leave and tell them, like, I just took a massive dump.
Here's the play. You start to get freaky and funky with them. And then you switch it into really romantic. Right? And you're like, hey, I really like spending time with you, and this genuinely has felt like some of the best time I've ever had on this planet. Type shit.
Okay.
And then you go back to freaky and funky. And then, right as you're about to come, right as you're about to do it, you go, by the way, I clogged the toilet!
Oh my god.
And that's when you tell them.
Okay, what if it's an ensuite bathroom? It's, like, connected to the bedroom. 'Cause, like, can you smell it?
Can I smell it?
I don't know.
I've tried everything, it doesn't work.
I've heard I've never done this, but I have heard on TikTok that some women will literally reach in and, like, take the shit out and, like, wrap it in paper and, like, put it in their purse and leave with it so that they don't have to say that they've clogged the toilet. And I'm like, girl, I ain't gonna be caught dead fishing my own poop out of the toilet with my hands.
Yeah, but what if you're not caught?
I mean, that's a good point, but, like, I only got one purse.
You take it out of the toilet, they go to the bathroom, you take it out, you just chuck it out the window.
Go long.
Go long. Okay, how about this? You've taken the poo out of the toilet. They walk in on you taking the poo out of the toilet.
Oh, shit.
And they go, you're into that too? What do you do?
At that point, right, I make sure that the window is in fact open with no screen. I run, I step on the ledge of the bathtub, and I just, like, pencil jump out face first. Out the window. Somersault down the turrets of their home.
Are we in France?
And I just run back to my car and leave.
Never to return. Never to return.
Never to return again. Block my number. I'm moving.
I'm moving.
Burn my house down.
I'm not giving it 2 weeks notice. I'm just no call, no showing, and they're going to figure it out.
They'll write me up enough times. They'll just fire me at that point.
They'll just fire me eventually.
No. Okay, but circle back to this poop knife.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So, I remember it from, I think it was a Rooster Teeth. I was really into them when I was younger. And when I say younger, I mean, like, preteen age.
Okay.
And so they had these, like, animated shorts they would do from their podcast. And I remember one where this guy was telling a story about he had clogged the toilet. And his family had a poop knife, so when he clogged the toilet, you would go out to the garage and grab the poop knife and stab the poo and slice it up so that it could flush. And so, so it's his first time over at somebody else's place, and he clogs their toilet, and he's like, "Hey, you guys got a poo knife?" Or like, "Where are you guys get a poo knife?" They're like, "What the fuck is a poo knife?" You know, he's gonna cut the poo and clog it up. It's like, what the fuck?
That's my exact reaction, though.
Yeah, but it would be the exact tool to get you out of this situation.
When your family does you dirty and doesn't tell you that this is not something that other people do. Okay,
Exactly.
but this is on the same level to me as, like, families have, like, they call it, like, a vomit popcorn bowl. I'm not about that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but we had it as a trash can, and I think that's much better.
No, see, that's what I think too, so I'm just gonna say it. It's often white people
Right. I was
that
raised
have
with
this.
Yeah.
But it's like literally it's like a bowl from the kitchen, like a literal like popcorn bowl, or
Yeah.
like for mixing or whatever. And they use that for you to be sick in, and then they just like rinse it out and you can continue to use it for cooking. And I'm like, that's not
No.
that's not safe,
I'm not
babe.
gonna continue to use it for cooking.
If any bodily fluid of any kind touches any utensil, anything, it's in the
We're done.
trash.
Yeah.
Like there it lives there now.
It's gone.
So, but apparently that's a thing, and all of my friends that are white are like, "Kayla, your family doesn't have that?" And I'm like, "What the hell? No. My
No.
family's sanitary. What is your family doing?"
We never actively put popcorn again in that bowl. Or like
Like you have a bathroom like with multiple options of like
You got at least 3 decent options in there.
like why would you
If
not go for
it's just
trash
hot.
can?
Right. Or toilet. Or sink. Or
There's
partner's mouth.
literally options, and you
Only.
chose something that you cook food in. Not for me.
White people are nasty.
Yeah, I
Then
can't.
no.
I'm sorry, I can't get behind. Like if I was like, okay, here's the thing, if I was dating someone, and they're like, oh yeah, our family and the vomit popcorn bowl, I kind of think I would dump them, or maybe not dump them, but I'd be like, that's a severe red flag. Like we need to.
Yeah.
We gotta have a conversation about this, because we are not having that if we get married and have kids. We ain't doing that.
I'm not raising my kids like that.
Like, dog, if I find out that, like, a Neanderthal, like, my kids did that, and you put the bowl back in the fucking kitchen, done. Divorce papers served.
I'd be disgusted.
Like, I don't know. What would you do if your partner was, like they bring that up, but you've been
Bring a
together for,
popcorn
like...
bowl?
Yeah, but you've been together for, like, months.
I'm fine with it.
I could never.
I'm a pretty lackadaisical guy, honestly. I'm like, I
See-
can see that that's nasty, but if that's how they grew up and that's how they grew up, that's what they do. If I see them using a popcorn bowl
Yeah.
and our kids vomit, I'm never using that popcorn bowl to cook. And if I see
Right.
her using the popcorn bowl to cook, I might be like, hey, babe, can we not use that bowl for cooking? You know, like, it's not a deal breaker in any sense or form.
Okay, it is for me, but only because I've got, like, a really bad phobia of vomit. So, like, for me,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's a hard stop. Like, if you are, like, if I'm sick, right?
Uh-huh.
And they're like, I got you, babe. They got, like, you know, like, crackers, Gatorade, whatever. And then they hand me a popcorn bowl. I'm like, yo, why have you done that? Why'd you do that?
Why'd you do that? Why was that the first option? Why does this... What do you mean? What is this? Tell me your thought process. What's
Like,
going on
listen,
inside that head of yours?
I'm sick, but not sick enough to not roast you for picking a bowl over a trash can.
Looking at my list. Okay. Would you rather be in a relationship where you never climax but your partner does?
Mm-hmm.
Or that you climax all the time but your partner never does?
A relationship where I never climax and my partner does is the past all of my relationships.
You know what I was going to say.
So...
For me too.
I think we're in the same boat here. Maybe I'm like overthinking all these because I feel like I ask a lot of like clarifying questions, but like, are they not climaxing because I'm bad or because they like just can't? Like, is it my fault?
It's not your fault, but they do kind of blame you.
Ooh, spicy. Okay. I mean, because I don't really want to have to like fake it more. I'm like, like, you're gonna have to start giving me like Emmys or something for the amount of times I've had to like pretend.
So you wouldn't tell them? Would you be straight up with them about like, yeah, I didn't, or would you fake
I
it
haven't.
sometimes? Or, like...
No, I haven't. Is that bad? Am I supposed to be like,
You haven't told people before?
I haven't told them no?
I don't think that's bad. I feel like
I'll be like, cause we'll have like TV on in the background, and I'm like watching like, you know, like Big Mouth or something,
yeah.
not paying attention, and they're like, ah, your turn, and I'm like, oh no, I actually did already. When you
good.
like same,
Yeah.
I'm actually fine.
This is comedian I know who has a great bit. Talk about getting head from guys. And she's like, no, I am all full. I'm all good. I've had my share. I am fine. You can come up now. We are good. I'm done.
Yep.
I'm so full. I couldn't possibly have another.
Let's stop this. I'm good. But I don't know, cause I'd feel bad that they're like blaming me, but I'm also like, that's kind of like a you problem.
Yeah. I think if there really is nothing wrong with me, and it's that. Okay. But what if you guys are already engaged?
Oh shit.
And this is just coming to the forefront. Either way. Either your partner's been like,
okay.
hey, actually, I've never come before. Or you're like, hey, actually, I've never come before.
Oh. I mean, more realistically, it's gonna be that I'm like, yo, this ain't doing anything for me, dog. Like, but do I want the realism or do I want not? Because if we're engaged though, and they tell me like I've never been satisfied sexually, then I would be like, my anxiety is gonna go into overdrive, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna be like, this is my personal responsibility to fix this for you.
Makes sense. Yeah. I think I would have a very similar thing. If they were like, I've never done it.
For the sake of my own sanity, I think I'll just have to stick with the norm and be like, no, actually, I've never
just
come
keep it
before.
going, kind of like devil you know versus devil you don't.
Yeah.
Kind of thing where it's like, that you've lived with this before.
I'm like, nah, it's nothing different, like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, you have, was that mine or yours? I think that was mine.
That was yours.
Yeah.
Let me see. Would you rather, I'm thinking of these off the top of my head now. Would you rather, or I guess that's not even would you rather, just would you do this for money? Would you face your worst fear, like nightmare scenario for $1 million?
Yeah.
That was so fast.
Bro, I've done it before. I feel like I've done it for no money.
Wait, what is it?
I've been there. I've done that shit.
Oh my god, wait, what is it?
Honestly, like a lot. Like a few years ago, I got really, really into just like chasing my fears and just like doing everything I was scared of. So like rejection, for example. I used to be really scared. I grew up, I didn't have a ton of friends in like middle school and high school.
Okay.
Even the friends I did have, like I wasn't always looped in on plans and stuff. I was kind of left out / forgotten / whatever, just wasn't around. And so I was afraid that with the friends that I had, if I ever asked them to hang out, that, they would say no and it would hurt / it would be like, oh, we were never really friends in the first place. And so I started doing this thing where I was just like, every day I would just text a friend who I knew would say no and kind of get rejected and ask them to hang out.
Oh, okay.
Because that's kind of my worst thing. And I did that for like a month. And then after that, I started like talking to strangers. That was another one. Or like saying embarrassing things or just doing things. I actually do that a lot. People call them impulsive thoughts. All thoughts are impulsive.
Yeah.
And I'm following through with them. I think the first iteration of an impulsive thought doesn't necessarily have to always be followed through on, but there's something there. And I strive to. I'm known. I up and down the street on Castro Street where I work. I'm known for doing the splits and bars and writing slam poems about women in the room.
Yo,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's like honest to God. The reason why that was so quick is because my personality foundationally is kind of built around chasing what I fear.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to hang out with you more because I have to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Cool as shit.
No, because I'm like, I think I sent you the reel that's like me at the party every year where you're like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, whatever, and then you close the door and it's like, oh my fucking God, like talking to people is so hard.
Yeah. It's still hard. I just do it. I like doing
Oh
hard things.
man. But my fears are so like irrational and stupid that it's like,
All fears are.
I
What do
don't
you
think
mean
I
no
could
fears?
do
Every
it.
fear is.
No, but I don't think I
Okay.
could do it though.
What do you think is your? So for me, I have a hard time even imagining my greatest fear scenario. Hell, one of the things. So I use ChatGPT to help me come up with my list, right? One of the things it said was like, what would you do if you confessed your feelings to someone, but then they were about to move away?
Okay.
And there is definitely a version of me where that was my greatest fear, and then that happened.
Oh boy.
And then it happened, and she's moving, and I was like, and we were in my car, and I was like, listen, I know this is like not great, but like I love you, and tough is the word I would use to describe that situation.
Yeah.
It's tough, but we learn to live with whatever it is. At the end of the day, your greatest fear, it's just a moment in time, right? Like a lot of people are more afraid of public speaking than dying.
Right.
And that's something that I tell people who are afraid to go up to like open mics for the first time is I'm like, no one's going to die. Like you're gonna get on stage, and if it's bad, you're gonna feel bad, and that's okay, and that can happen. You know, I think it's the same thing with fear. You're gonna be afraid, and you're gonna be there in the situation, but that night you're gonna go to sleep, and tomorrow you're gonna wake up, and you probably won't have to deal with that situation because you've only had to deal with it like once, and if you wanted to, you know you
Fair.
can get through it. Kind of how I think of it.
That's so much better than how I think of it. Nah, because I'm like, picture this, right? I'm on a boat. I'm scared of open water.
Scared of
I'm
open water.
scared of whales. Imagine we're in the middle of the fucking ocean on a boat and there's whales. And I'm with like my boyfriend or something.
Uh-huh.
And then he starts throwing up because we're on a fucking boat. But then everybody also is like throwing up because we're on a boat. And then I'm too panicked because I can't go anywhere because like I'm not touching.
You
That.
can't. You can't go anywhere. You're trapped.
I know, I'm literally stuck and there's whales, so like they might eat me too. So I'm like, okay, guess I'll like die. The only place I could go is like climb the pole on the boat or whatever and be in the sky. But then that makes me a bad partner or whatever because then I bailed. But like while my partner is like being sick, they also are like, by the way, you're ugly, you're not funny, and also I'm dumping you. And that's the worst fear for me. And also there's spiders on the boat.
Spiders are cool. That's what I have to say back. The spiders are cool. You know, I would read that. I would read that book if that's how it started.
How do
I
you
would read-
survive?
Well, how would you survive? You survive by locking yourself in a fucking closet, because at some point one of these motherfuckers is gonna stop vomiting, and at some point another one of those motherfuckers is gonna start driving the boat back,
They better.
and you can just go missing.
I'll just simply pass away.
Yeah, no, just like hide yourself somewhere where they won't find you, and then when you dock, fucking leave, and change your name, and burn down your house, and throw your phone into a storm drain, and hop a cargo train to the East Coast.
Yeah, train hop.
You know? Yeah.
I used to want to be a hobo when I was a child. Did I tell you this ever?
No.
That's an intrusive thought, but like in 3rd grade I had this friend and we had a pact that if we didn't have like adult jobs by the time we were like 18, we would both become hobos, but it was not like the kind of homeless that you see like today. It was like the romanticized, like I have a Pinterest board, it's so stupid, like a romanticized hobo lifestyle.
Yeah.
Where we're like
Donovan, Jack Kerouac, kind of on the road.
knapsack,
Yeah.
hopping trains, playing
Yeah.
money, like busking. We had a hobo song. And I still low-key remember it to this day, and all the lyrics are, I'm a hobo, give me money. I'm a hobo, thanks for the money. That's, like, the majority of the lyrics.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mine's still wild. Absolutely wild. My dad was homeless for a while once he moved to the U.S. And when I was a kid, like, those are, like, my core father wisdom memories. Or my dad being like, yeah, sleep under this overpass, not this one, because that one you're actually not going to get any sleep. It's going to be too loud.
Wait, that's kind of fire.
Well, maybe go homeless. And there's one point, I'm like 6. He, like, is showing me how to, or he tells me in the car how to shortchange a 7-Eleven cashier. And I go in and I'm like, why would I ever need to shortchange a 7-Eleven cashier for a taquito that's like 63 cents? Which I like get. It's just like, hey, when you have nothing, anything is a discount, right? And I get that now, but at the same time, I was like a kid. I was just like, I just have this like knowledge. Like I fully expect that was gonna be my career path.
I mean, like, did it work though?
It sure worked in that I don't want to be homeless ever.
Oh, I meant like the shortchanging a 7-Eleven cashier.
No, I had my moral compass back then was too high, and so I waited for him to count it all, because he counted it all. Like, my dad was like, just put it on the counter and leave. And he counted it all, and then he's like, you're missing this much. And then I gave him this much that I had prepped exactly in my pocket, because I knew how much I kept. And I just put it on the counter, and then I got my taquito when I left.
Oh, that's something I would do.
You make anything? I went, nope. And he went,
nope. And that was the first time I saw disappointment in my father's eyes.
No, that was not the first.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, we were far into that.
Oh my god.
Man, I'm looking at the rest of these. What else I got? The only other one, these almost all get to relationships. Only one is, would you rather always have to answer truthfully if your partner asks what you're thinking, or never be able to ask your partner what they're thinking?
I guess it comes down to how weirded out they would be, because if you, like, ask me what I'm thinking, like, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be something, like, really offbeat.
Right.
And, like, really stupid. I'd be like, I'm thinking about Season 2, Episode 8 of the 1973 All Creatures Great and Small. But this specific scene. And they'd be like...
As one does, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, like, it's gonna be specific. It's not gonna be, like, a one-word answer.
Right.
'Cause it's never that simple. But I do send a lot of voice memos to my friends of the random shit that pops into my head. So I feel like always answering truthfully, because I'm probably at some point going to tell them the truth anyways. If it's something that I feel like I have to lie about.
Right.
Which the only thing I could think of would be if I'm questioning the relationship and I don't have the words yet to say what I'm feeling, you know?
Yeah, you can't speak your heart. You can't really, like, you're just not there process-wise.
Right, it's like, I know that something feels off, but I can't yet pinpoint what it is, therefore I don't want to bring it up yet.
Yeah.
But if they ask me, you know, and I'm not ready, and they're like, what are you thinking about? I'd be like, I'm thinking I want out of this relationship. Oops.
Ooh.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I could see that get into situations, but I could also see myself, like, having to be honest with my partner and be like, look, no. That if you ask me a question, you have to have the truth. I didn't make the rules. This is some divine Robin Williams genie shit. Like, I have to answer. So if you don't want to know where we are in the relation /
Oh, okay, that's true.
You know, it's like...
They got some responsibility there.
Right, because it's like, I have to answer truthfully. It can't all be on me and my thoughts. You have to, if you feel like you can't, like... If you can't hear the answer to it, don't ask the question.
That's fair. Because it's like Pinocchio, right? Because it's like, he can tell lies, but then his nose is going to grow. You're going to know he's lying.
Yeah, but he can still tell lies.
I'm a shit liar. Like I could lie, but, like, you'll know.
Yeah, I'm really bad at hiding my emotions. Like, it's pretty obvious how I'm feeling anywhere I go.
I'm just very straight up, and I've been told my face has, like, subtitles. And my dad is like,
subtitles.
My dad's like, I can see your thought bubbles. And so if I'm mad at him, right, and I'm, like, sitting there all angry, and he's like, I know what you're thinking. And I'm like, all right, say it. And he goes, fuck you, Dad. And I'm like, that's accurate. It's not wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I think I have something with it's like when I'm really thinking, my friends will be like, "Oh, you can see the wheels are turning."
Yeah, right.
Like it's just like something in my eyes tells them I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think I'll go with always telling the truth because
Yeah,
I would also like to be able to know what they're thinking as part of
yeah,
like communicating. So
right. Be easy. Yeah.
yeah.
There's the classic. I heard it at the place I was at earlier today. I was polling the room, trying to see if I could get anything good. Was the classic, uh, one horse-sized duck or
Yes.
10 duck-sized horses. Which
I
one would you
fucking
take?
love this question. The horse-sized duck.
You take the horse-sized duck.
I would take the big duck because I want to, one, tame it and make it my beast, and then ride it around and have it like peck at people that I don't like.
I would take the duck-sized horses.
The tiny horses,
Yeah, I would punt them.
you just kick them.
Yeah.
That's a common answer, I feel.
Yeah.
Okay, this is we're gonna relive a cringe moment live on the podcast. So when that was my like, oh, I'm weird. That was like my question that I would ask people when I was younger, because
Mhm.
I was like,
Or-
there's that phase of like, oh, I'm so random.
I'm so cute, yeah.
Yeah, yep, that was it exactly.
Yep.
And so my aunt was like just starting to date her like still current boyfriend. And she let me take her phone at Christmas to like ask him questions.
Mhm.
And autocorrect did me so dirty because I was trying to ask him like, "Hey, what kind of things do you like?" Cuz keep in mind I'm like 10. And it
Right.
autocorrects to what thongs do you like? And I'm like, that's not what I meant. And so now I'm embarrassed. So I try to backtrack. And I'm like, let me ask something else. I'm like, would you rather be attacked by, 10 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? And autocorrect corrects it to one horse-sized dick.
No.
And there's no way in 2009 to edit a message or unsend a
Yeah.
message on an iPhone.
Yeah.
And so I have to hand the phone back to my aunt because it's her phone and she asked for it back. And of course, she has to go and read what I sent because it's her boyfriend
Yes.
and I am 10.
Yeah.
And she shows it to my father at Christmas at his uncle's house. And they're like, "What are you sending Chris?" And I'm like, "Listen, it's not meant like that. Like,
No,
that's
we
not."
ain't like that. That's not who I am.
But it
Like
was the
that.
two back to back, and I'm like, now Apple thinks that I'm a pervert.
Looks even worse.
Like, one horse-sized dick? Like, come on.
Or 10 dick-sized horses. No, not the best. But also you're 10, so it's like, hey, look at this shit a 10-year-old did, you know?
Yeah, that's true. We can laugh about it now, but at the time, I was like, I'm never gonna recover from this.
Yeah, of course, of course. And you never, in truth, you never did.
In truth, I still think about this, like, often.
Yeah. In truth, the real pain never goes away. You just
Yeah.
feel that you're fine, but you're not fine. You're never fine.
Well, because he keeps all the messages, somehow, like, doesn't run out of storage. I have to delete message threads every, like, couple years or whatever because it gets too much. But he'll go and search by, like, keyword, and he'll find cringe texts because they go back. And so he's like,
Yeah.
he'll send me a screenshot every now and then of, like, when I was 14 and I sent him Ermagerd. And I'm like, I'll kill myself right now, I swear to God.
Everyone was cringy as a teenager.
Yeah, it's never great.
No, it never is. But that's the fun part of it.
But Ermagerd,
I had my fair share of
unironically,
yeah, I've had my fair share of unironic Ermagirds.
yeah,
Who hasn't?
my soul hurts.
No, your soul's had enough. That's what it's saying.
It says,
Done its
"Stop
part."
this."
It's done its share.
Oh my God. Yeah. Got any other spicy ones, or is that?
I think that's it.
I think that
A lot
was
of these
solid.
are just. A lot of these are just like half of these are like, what would you do if your partner cheated on you? Like. Pretty
Well,
much.
let me throw it back to 2016, and I'll let you know. When the
It's just,
hypotheticals have already happened.
Right, yeah, no, exactly.
It's like, well, let me tell you what I did do.
Yeah, actually, I have the real proof of this. I know what's going on.
We weren't built for this game.
No.
Specifically, the two of us were not built for this kind of game. Okay, well, I'll let you go, and I will review your dating profile, because I'm so curious.
Yes, please do. This was so much fun. I had such a good time doing this.
No, this is always fun. I always enjoy this. I'm glad we didn't have to discuss drinking piss this time.
I know, that didn't come up. Look at us go.
That's all for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, be sure to share this podcast with a friend, and be sure to tune in next week because I am going to have some friends on the show, old and new, and we are going to be discussing our 2-day, 2-city roadie road trip, being roadies for the band The Struts. It was a great time. I hope you'll listen to it, and be sure to go check out Maleli as well.